Hi, my name's Tony and I'm from the SUP company, and this is the JP66 X-Foil Pro Edition. So here it is, the JP66 X-Foil Pro Edition. And the reason why we picked this model out of the large range of foil boards that JP are offering in 2021 is really the versatility that this board offers, because it is a crossover. JP, I'm sure, very much would like us not to call it a crossover, but the reason why it's a crossover is because it does pretty much everything. Whether you're windsurfing, foiling, prone paddling, or simply looking to wing surf, this board will do it for you. JP as a crossover board, the one reason I'd suggest why they're probably not looking to call it a crossover is often crossovers, people are assuming that there is a compromise being made. And this board, I have to say, out of everything we've tried, probably represents the least amount of compromise in any one particular area. And that's really probably testament to JP's windsurfing pedigree. They are, after all, at their core, a windsurfing brand with Jason Polikow leading the charge. His initials are certainly on every single board. And you can windsurf this board just as well though as you can windsurf foil it prone, or foil it with a paddle, or even with a wing. So look, let's run you through the board from the nose down to the tail, as we do in all of our videos. And the most striking thing from the nose to the tail is this board's overall length. This is by far the shortest crossover board available in 2021. It's also exceptionally light, and that's because this is the Pro Edition. It weighs in at just 7.9 kilos with 128 litres of volume and is 28.5 inches wide. And that means it's going to work for a really broad range of people. And given its multi-sport use, that is only a good thing. The nice thing about it though is this really cut off, very square, door-like shape in a sense, but there is an awful lot of thought gone into it. So let's run you through from the features all the way across the deck to start with. I really like the graphics firstly. I think they stand out. JP certainly don't produce any shy looking boards. They're far from conservative in their designs, and it's really striking. The deck pad itself, it's this diamond cut deck pad, runs all the way back down towards the tail here, but there's a huge stopper at the back here, which just helps you orientate your footwork. On this board in particular, the one thing I would say is footwork's not really something you need to give huge amounts of thought to. I certainly find myself working much harder on boards that are slightly smaller or of this similar size than I found on this. It just seems to be a really well dialed in and well thought out bit of kit. We've got a vent screw early on though in the deck pad. That's always going to stay sealed there, but very quickly you see there's a female threaded mount here in the center where you are going to fit your windsurfing rig if you're going down that multi-sport use. A nice thing about this board though is really just how wide ranging the foot strap placements are on here. They can go in the center, you can have them at multiple points all the way back down either side, and the same goes for your back foot as well. And that means that you can really tailor the board to you and how you like to ride and your overall build. And it's a really nice touch by JP. The other thing that I really like about the deck is that it's concave, and that means it's much more confidence inspiring underfoot as you are starting to make your way around the board, particularly when starting early on, either in your first foiling days, as it were, and starting to develop yourself as a rider, or really just the early starts on the water, because it's just helping you orientate your feet and provides a lot of confidence. The other nice thing as well that alludes to a lot of confidence as well is JP subtly, but there is a highlight, they do subtly bring out the center line of the board. And if you have started foiling just now, then you'll really appreciate how important it is to get your feet, and particularly your back foot, there with that center foot placement, because it means that you're going to be much more successful overall. But as you start to become more comfortable on the board, just to feel that underfoot and help you understand where your foot placement is in terms of the overall board design, it's a really nice feature. The other nice thing as well that I really like about this board is just how wide and square the tail is. And particularly when you are looking to start and take flight very early on, that just provides a lot of stability over what is a very short crossover. But look, let's take the board now and just roll it up onto its rail. The rails themselves are very, very full and quite square, albeit they do go off and are quite chamfered on the underside, and that's just encouraging lots of early release. On the underside though, a nice handle, pretty much as standard across all foil boards nowadays. It means that you're going to get to the water in one piece and able to control all your kit, because there's a lot of kit to carry down to the water now when you are foiling, but once you're there, it's only going to get better. Nice thing with the nose on this 6.6 version is it runs lots and lots of rocker. It's very, very upturned, so you're going to reduce any purling, or if you are touching down and still trying to find your altitude and maintain your altitude when you are learning to foil, it means you're not going to lose the nose and start going over the handlebars in a sense. The other nice thing that encourages a lot of stability in the nose is it runs a very, very subtle double concave in the forward section. That's improving the tracking of the board overall, providing a reasonable amount of lift as well, but that soon disappears as you start to work your way down the board. It all flattens out very, very quickly and runs all the way down to these fin boxes. And the fin boxes are worthy of note because while they're using a twin US fin box, which is standard across the foiling industry now, they are exceptionally long. And that allows you to really set up the foil that's and its position as best for your sport. Because ultimately this is a crossover multi-sport board, and having the ability to choose your foil placement is so critical to the overall performance that it's a really nice touch they've done this. They're not trying to restrict you, JP, in where you're looking to place the board. Another nice feature as well, and it's something that you're not going to miss on this board by any stretch, is just how aggressively cut off the tail is. That is only promoting one thing, and that is very, very early release. But it's not doing away and working against you when you are starting and looking to get up on the foil in that early phase, because when the board is going to sit down in the water and be immersed, it's also going to maintain its stability. But once you do start to get underway, it's not going to slow your progress up onto the foil. If anything, it's only going to encourage it. So if you're out there looking for a board that really does it all and one that you can grow with in the foiling segment, then yeah, I tell you what, you need to seriously go and take a look at JP, one as a brand and as an offering, but this in particular, the 6.6 X Foil, it really does it all for a very, very wide range of sports and a very, very wide range of riders. Thanks for watching our video. If you've got any questions about what you've seen, why not give us a call in the shop or head over to thesupco.com. If you want to stay up to date with all of our videos, then why not hit the subscribe button up here and turn on the notification bell. But if you want to see our next video, well, take a look up here.